voice teacher here at Conservatory of the Ozarks, and I'm going to do a treble clef tutorial video for Jorah's piano lesson today. If only Jorah will return to the piano for a moment so I can show him this. Do you not want to be in the video? Well, can you come stand here then? You won't be in...
Also, I hate it when people say Jorah is a funny name for me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just thought it was funny my phone spelled your name like Dora, but I know that's not your... Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt your feelings about that name. That's the only time my phone has ever spelled your name that way. I didn't know that was an option. But do you think you can come stand here so you can see what I'm doing in the camera? But you don't have to be in the camera? Or do you want to sit here? But I need you to see this.
I can.
Okay. So, this symbol that I'm going to draw here is called what? Do you know the name?
Treble clef.
That's right, treble clef. And do you know why the treble clef is called the treble clef? It's okay if you don't know the answer. Just answer quickly.
I don't know.
Because the treble clef is for high sounds, and the word treble means high.
That's not the answer.
No, it is. The word treble means high sounds, and when you use the treble clef, you make high sounds. That's why it's called the treble clef. And the treble clef has another name. Do you know the treble clef's other name?
No.
The G clef.
Mm-hmm.
And so, do you know why the treble clef is called the G clef sometimes?
Why?
Because, two reasons. It takes its shape from an old-fashioned letter G, and it identifies the G line. Do you know how the G clef identifies the G line?
What?
Do you know how the G clef identifies the G line right here? Because the G line goes right through the curve. So you can kind of see this looks...
There's one thing that I know.
Yeah.
My head is in pain.
Oh no. I'm sorry. Your head's in pain. And so you see the G line goes through the curve of the G. And that is how you identify the G line. And the note that sits on this G line, do you know what key on the piano would correspond with that?
Hmm?
Do you know which note, which key on the piano would correspond with the G line that the treble clef identifies? Let me tell you one more thing. So the treble clef...
Something.
Let me tell that's a better guess because of high sounds. So, but not quite. That's not quite correct. So the treble clef includes middle C and above. Do you remember which C is middle C on the piano? Is it C1, C2, C3, C4, C5, C6, C7, or C8? Which one is middle C? And what number is that?
4.
Good, C4. And so, oh, Andras from Hungary. Ah, wow, that's so far away.
Finally.
Oh, and somebody from California, Nick. They're snooping on our lesson, but that's okay.
Huh?
It's just easier if I do these live, so I don't have to upload the video.
Who?
Well, I don't know who they are. So the G line, so we know middle C and above, which is C4, is what is in the treble clef. Here, we'll switch this way. So from here and above is usually included in the treble clef for a piano.
I don't want to be in this video. I don't want to be in this.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
And then in the G clef, we have how many lines? You can look at the picture if you don't remember, or you can look at your book. How many lines are in the treble clef?
5.
Yes, 5 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we always count from bottom to top. And now, do you know which G on the G line corresponds with a G on the piano? Like which key on the piano is the one that matches the G that sits on the G line, or the second line?
The highest note?
No? The G line?
The highest G?
Oh, on the piano? This G? Huh. Is that what you play when you see this note on your music? You play this G up here? Yeah, that one. Which G is that?
The middle G?
What is the name of the G? G1, G2, G3, G4, G5, G6, G7?
G4?
Yes, G4. Good job, Jorah. So the G clef identifies the G line, and G4 is what sits on the G line. And sometimes people call that treble G as like a fun little nickname. And if you have your thumb on middle C, your 5th finger will magically land on G4. So that's why you start playing piano in middle C position. But here's a little, do you know the word mnemonic device? Mnemonic device. A mnemonic device helps you memorize things. It's like a little poem sometimes, or an acrostic, or something, or an acronym. So these are the names of the line notes in the treble clef. E, G, B, D, F. And we can remember those names of those keys with this helpful mnemonic device. Ready? Every girl breathes. Do you know the next word? Deadly fire. Yes, I've told it to you before, I think. A couple times maybe. And so, which E sits on the first line of the treble clef? Which E do you play when you see the note sitting on this first line of the treble clef? What? Is it E1, E2? No, so we said E sits on the bottom line. So which E is it? So the treble clef includes which keys on the piano? Right, middle C and above. So what's the name of that E? E4, correct. So we have E4, and then you already said you have G4 on the second line, and then what is on the third line? Every girl breathes. What note is on that line? So you said every girl breathes, so what note is on the third line?
F.
So every girl
D.
breathes.
D.
The word breathe start with what letter?
B.
B. And which B sits on that line? B what? B4? Why don't you count the B's on the piano and see if that's right? Is that the first B? B. Where's B1? Let's see. You don't have to be on the camera. Just put so you can see this when you get home. Which key you push? So B1. B2. B3. B4. Or you can't skip it. And so, which B do you need for this line? It's B, because this is middle C. Is that note, is this B above middle C or below middle C? and if it's below middle C, are you allowed to use that note in the treble clef? No, because the treble clef includes middle C and above, C4 and above. So this B is not an option. So which B is on this line? And what's the name of that B? So right, B5. And then what about the next line? Every girl breathes. And which D is on the fourth line of the treble clef? D4. So you go, every girl breathes deadly. Every girl breathes deadly. There it is. What D is that called? D1, D2, D3, D4. Yes, D5. Very good. And then what's the top note on the top line of the treble clef? And which F? What? F6. Do you want to count and see if that's right? So this is F what? And is this the F? So we go, every girl breathes deadly fire? Suddenly? Right, so which F is that? F what? This is the last one. Jorah, can you say the name? Five, right. So, knowing all of that, do you think you'll be able to fix the mistakes if you look at this? You have any other questions? Oh, the space notes. The space notes spell face. F-A-C-E. And I'll show you where they are because we're out of time. So, starting with F4, A5, C5, and E5. So that's like kind of a shortcut way to find the note. Instead of counting up the alphabet, you can just count up the lines and spaces, finding the skips. It's kind of faster.